Hello, can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, can someone just type something in the chat so I can just make sure everything's okay? Okay, I think everything is fine. So we're just gonna wait a minute or two just for more people to join and then we can get started. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Thank you guys for joining our webinar today. And today we're going to talk about the pathway to success for our Odoo partners. So I'll just quickly introduce myself. So my name is Hadi Assam. I'm a partner manager here at Odoo in the UAE market. And a quick overview of the presentation tonight. So we're going to talk about understanding the Odoo partnership ecosystem, the role of an Odoo partner, key steps to success as an Odoo partner, building a strong relationship with Odoo, and then hopefully at the end we have time for a Q&A session. So the different levels that we have here at Odoo in terms of partnership levels, we've got 4 different levels. But just before we start and I get into this, I just want to make one thing clear, and because this is a question I've been asked so many times, that or people come and say, oh, we're an official Odoo partner. So there's no level such as official Odoo partner. So every Odoo partner is an official Odoo partner. There are just levels to it. So we've got learning, ready, silver, and gold. And then the differences between each level is the number of users they have and then the number of certificates they have. Our learning partners are mostly our new partners or the newly onboarded partners, and then ready onwards, so our ready, silver, and gold are the ones that are published onto our website. So here are just a few information, or this information can be found on our website as well, where you can see the different levels or different requirements that are there for the different levels of our partnerships. Now, just a quick overview on our partner recruitments from January 2024 and January 2025 here in the UAE market. So in January 2024, we had 164 partners. And in January 2025, we have 335 partners. That is more than double of the number of partners we've had. And as of today, we have over 400 partners. So we already broke the 400 mark. And in terms of lead generations, we've had 4,000 leads in 2023. And in 2024, we have over 6,500 leads generated just by our partners. Now, the industries to target. So in Odoo, we have different industries, or Odoo can be used for many different industries. Now, in this graph that you got, oops, sorry guys, 1 second. Yeah. So the in the graph that you have over here, so you can see at the bottom over here are industries that we have not or has not yet been, let's say, tackled or people have interacted with. In the middle here, they're the middle ground where, yes, there are some sort of clients. It's not that big yet. And then over here at the top, where are the big markets, the big industries where most of the client bases are. So some of the matured industries, let's say, they're over here, are retail, manufacturing, IT, and communication. And then the emerging or the upcoming markets are real estate, education, and construction. And then ones that are open for you guys to tackle, and it's great industries to explore, are the optic optical services and transportations. Now, what is a role of an Odoo partner? So this is a question where I want you guys to just think about it. Ask yourselves, do you know what you're supposed to do as an Odoo partner? So I'll just give you a minute to think about it, and then we'll continue with it. Okay, so as an Odoo partner, the first thing that you are supposed to do, let's say, or the first thing that you're gonna want to do is sales and business development. How do you do that? Lead generation. So, which is identifying your potential clients and building relationships with them. Now, consultative selling as well, which means is basically tailoring Odoo solution to your client's needs, because that's the beauty of Odoo. It is the software is tailored to the client's needs and wants. Now, proposals and negotiations, where let's say you've got the lead, you've got the client, they're interested in Odoo. Now the next step is to create a proposal, send it over, and then negotiate the price and hopefully close the deal. Now, the next thing is implementation and customizations. Once you've completed and closed the deal successfully, the next thing is to do the implementation. So, which means setting up Odoo, installing and configuring the solution, and then business process mapping, which is aligning Odoo's modules with the client's operations. And then customization, so in certain solutions, developing custom features for clients is necessary. Another thing that our partners are supposed to do is training and supporting our clients, which means you educate the end user on how to use Odoo effectively and efficiently. And then the ongoing support once you're done with the implementation, for example, providing troubleshoots, update, and then system maintenance. And lastly is continuous improvement, which is knowledge sharing and staying updated with Odoo's releases and innovations, newer versions, etc. Now, the next thing is key steps to success. So we already understood what you're supposed to do or what your role is as an Odoo partner. And now we are going to move forward to how to succeed, basically. Okay? So the first and most important thing that needs to be done as an Odoo partner or for any business is market analysis. It is very, very important to understand the market that you are getting into. So for example, here in the UAE, the top markets or industries are retail, oil and gas, trading, real estate, etc. Because without understanding what the industries are, it is very hard to know who your clients are going to be or who to target. Now, the next thing is also competitor analysis, which is understanding the strengths and weaknesses of the other top ERPs that are out there, as well as local solutions and the DS and MMC. So it's not just important to know the industries, it's also important to know the competitors out there. And why? Well, it's as simple as when a client comes and tells you, oh, but I can go for X solution, why should I go with Odoo? And this is where you get out let's say, the analysis that you have and tell him that, listen, we're better in this, we're better in that. So you have everything already wherever you're facing a client, you are aware of the differences and the benefits that you provide. Now, it is also very important to involve both your sales and technical team in such analysis. So you can compare the sales and you can compare as well the features that we provide. And lastly, it is partner analysis. So look at the partners in the ecosystem, analyze their strengths and analyze their weaknesses. Look at their references, see what industries they've worked in and see what industries they haven't tackled and try to tackle that industry. Find the gap for the opportunity. Now, the next thing is leverage your network. So networking is the most important thing as a partner because it's free, basically. Because again, starting up as learning partners or even some of the ready partners, we understand that budget might be restricted or limited budgets. So again, networking is for free. And again, part of networking is publishing customer success stories. So existing clients, great implementation, client is happy, publish it for the public to see. Refer programs for existing client bases. Implement where you can give them commission for successful successful qualified referrals, free or discounted AMCs, etc. Strategic partnership with hardware vendors through clients, where, for example, you can get a partnership with a POS provider, attendance management, commercial partnership with third-party consultants, partnership with government small business schemes and incubators, and events. So in every region, we have events where it's workshop or road shows. We always recommend our partners to attend, to network with other partners, to network with clients, and even with their account managers. So enhancing your image is another important way of succeeding as an Odoo partner by updating your website, making sure that your website is up to date with your most recent projects, most recent solutions provided, most recent clients, and it's always aesthetically looking for clients once they visit your website. Physical and digital marketing materials, publish case studies and success stories, Odoo certifications and training, which we're going to get into later on in the presentation, and then strengthen customer relationships, client testimonials, social media presence and engagement, and participate in Odoo related events. Here are more ways as well that you can enhance your image by, for example, feedback loops from clients, and then post-implementation support and posting videos. The next thing we're going to discuss is building your foundation. So, company structure is the most important thing. Why? Because, for example, let's say, how do we structure our company to manage deals and projects in the best way? Having projects or having the same person find the lead, qualify the lead, gather the requirements, get the scope of work, get the proposal ready, and do the negotiation is just very, let's say, could be hectic for one person and then would create lack of efficiency for that company structure. To help you with that, you have your account managers and your CST for sales and after sales support as well. Now, resource issues are the biggest chokehold for our partners. We'll define if their company will fail or succeed or grow. We understand that lack of resources is the most important, one of the struggles that our partners face. So the typical resource challenges that our partners face are owner or manager takes on too much responsibility, only hires resources when having specific projects, or outsource for all projects. Use the profits to invest in company resources. Don't plan for this year or the next year, plan for 5 years ahead. And then, most importantly, is research and development. Okay, so your account manager or your partner manager is your partner. And why? Because it's a hand in hand, it's a partnership. So it's not just your partnership with Odoo, it goes hand in hand where your success is our success and our success is your success. So with your partner manager, it is best advised to have regular partner development reviews. So you review your past queues, you review so again, for example, with me, I have it every queue where I have reviews with my partners on the deals that we've closed, deals that we've lost, why we've lost them. These are very important. Which brings us on to the next point, which is regular pipeline reviews. always to be up to date on all the opportunities that you have on your pipeline, just so that you don't lose out because you've left it or you forgot about it. And accurate forecasting. Now, with the partner management, again, the most important stuff are company profiles, internal resources, marketing activities, websites, certificates, partner needs, account manager needs, etc. Early engagement with clients. So validation from mother company to clients. When you upload a lead or you have a lead on your pipeline or you contact your account manager saying, yes, I'm working on this lead, it is very important that you let your account manager know so that then we can get involved, because this provides the client with validation that the partner is backed up by the mother company. Because this also helps us explain the role of Odoo from an account manager's perspective, and that CST also is explained to the client. So we explain both roles to the client. We can also get client feedback that is shared with the partner. We can get feedback from the client in terms of things that the partner needs to improve on or things that the partner did well. Strategic historical information regarding clients which have been prospecting the solution shared with partners. Value added associated with account manager increases chances of multi-year contract closing. So again, having your account manager involved from early stages would help build trust with the client, and then that would help maximize the profit out of the deal. And guys, be curious, ask questions. Your account managers are there to help you. If it's not there, again, just go search online, read documents, read blogs, look what other partners are doing and ask questions. Now, how to maximize your partnership. So there are a few ways where we provide exclusive support for our partners. Odoo certifications, our functional trainings, technical trainings, partner success packs, smart classes, and developers on demand. We're going to get into more details for each point right now. So building trust. And how do you build trust? Showing your expertise. So proving your expertise, for example, by providing or having a Odoo certificate published on your website, published on your signatures. So this helps builds trust with the client, helps increases the rate of sales in terms of showing clients that, okay, they know what they're doing, they understand what my requirements are going to be, and they're going to be able to best help me improve my business success. Now, again, in terms of certificates, you can add it to your website, add it to your email signature, mark it on LinkedIn, and mark it on LinkedIn and social platforms, and then e-learning platforms. To help with the Odoo certificates, we always encourage or recommend our partners, to start with a PLO course. So what is a PLO course? So PLO course basically is a 5-week course which we provide here at Odoo by by our dedicated consultants to the partner, teaching our partners and their team the core of Odoo. So it teaches them what the main modules are, how to implement them, gap analysis and project documentations, helps them understand case studies and workshops, and progress reports and how to go live successfully. Project success rate increases by 79%, and acquiring new clients increases by 66% by partners that have completed the PLO course. Now, let's say you already know the basics of Odoo. You've already had few projects and implemented them successfully, and you want to go on and take on the bigger projects. This is where we provide the TCO training, which again is a 4-week course this time. However, this is more in depth, which helps with architecture and development environment where GitHub and Odoo SH. So creating modules and module extensions Again, in this course, it helps we provide case studies and workshops. It's again in-depth technical development and customizations. And if you would like, also, you can sell your developments on Odoo's App Store. Strengthen the project's delivery. So at Odoo, we have something called success packs. What are they? So our success packs are basically packs of hours where they're broken down into, we have 25, 50, 100, and 200 hours. Those hours are there to help our partners with multiple projects and implementations, can be used for functional and technical questions. They can help our partners, for example, to gap analysis. Let's say if they have a project or they have a client where their requirement might be a bit too big or too tough for a new partner, they can get on a call, or the consultant can help the partner qualify that client or gather the requirements that the client is going to need. These are more options of our success packs that we have here available at Odoo for our partners. We've got pre-sales analysis, gap analysis, ROI analysis, and technical consultants. So they're also hiring Odoo developers for hire Odoo developers for custom codes, which is basically, let's say you're requiring a custom development for a certain client where there are features that are not on the standard version of Odoo. However, it can be implemented through customization and development. You can also hire a developer where you leverage Odoo's experience managing large complex projects. Trained offshore resources will keep your development under control, protects and deliver projects on time and within budgets, extending teams' ability to implement large projects, and you can bill your customers directly for the development. These are just more of the services that we provide for our partners in terms of development, where we have automated testing, collaborating on specifications, deploy developments quickly and easily. For mobile apps, automated tests, new modules, and data importing and exporting. So this is just a quick overview of the services that we provide here at Odoo that we just spoke about. Now, becoming industry experts. It is not recommended to partners to just branch out to as many industries as possible, because then you can never be let's say a guru of that industry, or that industry is your expertise. Clients would feel more comfortable and confident when going to a partner saying that, yes, this is my area of expertise. I've already got 5 or 10 or 15 references in that specific industry. And how do you do that? Well, we've got advanced training courses where we call them our smart classes. So smart classes basically are the in-depth of a specific module that you would like to specialize in. So here are a few examples of the smart classes that we have. We've got our accounting, inventory, MRP, and point of sales. These are just few of them. However, we have much more than that. And most importantly is to believe in what you sell. If you go to a client and you're not even sure why you're pitching Odoo or why Odoo is beneficial for them, then if you don't believe it yourself, they're not going to believe it either. So optimizing internal subscriptions. Create an internal subscription for the team to use for building a website, a CRM, sending quotations, and managing projects, as well as marketing activities. It is very important that you guys see the value in Odoo before going and selling it to clients. Because as a client, why am I getting confidence in a partner that is not even using the software themselves or doesn't even believe in the benefits that the software provides? So this will also help in learning more about Odoo and identifying your departments and exploring the software. Also helps in getting more users because internal subscriptions go under your total user count. Now, the next thing is everyone's favorite topic is increase your profits. Pricing strategy recommendations. It is very important to communicate with your account manager on average hourly rate or man days. Understand the market you're targeting as well as the competition, because if I'm targeting a market where the average price is, let's say, 10,000 dirhams or 50,000 dirhams, and then I go quoting my clients 200 or 250, I'm not going to get any deals, I'm not going to get any clients. And then I can't go and complain saying, oh, Odoo's a bad software, or you guys are not helping me enough, because you have to understand the market you're targeting and your competitors as well, because understanding what your competitors are pricing, you can then fall within the same range, and then you being an expert in that industry is the upper hand that you have on your competitors. Be competitive yet valuable. So we're not saying go much cut under their pricing or go over. No, it's just be within the same range but valuable, because this brings us back to the same point where having that extra edge in being an expertise in a specific industry. Use Odoo's multi-year contracts. This is the best way to make the most out of your commission for something that you just basically do for closing the deal. And with that, I highly recommend aligning with your partner manager. Try to have them involved from the start of the deal, so that then that relationship of trust is built between the client, yourself, and Odoo, and your account manager from Odoo. Avoid discounts. Communicate your value, expertise, and services. Do not just provide discounts for the sake of trying to close the deal or being afraid of losing out on a client. No. Show them your value. Show them that this is the solution that is going to help them, and this is the price that you are pricing for your effort and hard work. Not just that, but this is also going to help them. So show them the value for them from their side. Don't just go off, the easy way out where you just give them a discount so you can close the deal. And focus on long-term relationships, upselling, and AMCs. So the top voices, another thing which I really like to do is look at people that are well in the ERP system. So for example, you have Fabian. This is our founder and CEO for Odoo. Just going and looking at the posts that they post, speeches, talks they make. Not just that. For example, we've got Eric Kimberling, which is an ERP consultant. Again, these are people that I just like to go and see their insights on what they think of ERPs, softwares, and what is new in the market. Always staying up to date with what is happening, because again, in the ERP software and the ERP world, every single day things are changing. Every single day new things are coming up. So thank you guys for joining me today, and if you guys have any questions, just open the floor for questions. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any questions. Everything seems to be clear. So if everything is clear, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and best of luck. Thank you.